Hey there, just wanted to drop in and do a quick live video and explain something very simple that I think a lot of people do not understand about problems. So problems are something that everyone seems to have. Some people seem to have a lot more of them than other people, and they're extremely fascinating. We think they're something that comes from the outside, so we end up becoming a victim of problems, but that's not necessary, and you can actually live what I call a problem-free life. So that's what I wanted to get into tonight. I've got the impending sunrise happening behind me here, which I think is pretty nice, and some beautiful flowers, so enjoy that and dig in while we talk about problems and then how you can stop creating them and why y'all keep creating so many problems in your life. So the real source of problems, where problems come from, is it's a clash between the experience of reality, your direct experience, and then your expectations, or what you think should happen in reality. When those two things meet, you have a problem. And the problem is self-created. It's based on an interpretation of your direct experience. If you are just tuned in and present to your direct experience, you never have to identify anything as problematic. You can just identify it as what is, and then deal with that as the situation you have to deal with. And by using your own presence and attention, and I'm going to get into how to develop your presence and attention in a lot of other videos in the future. I'm going to wave to you folks. But yeah, so we'll talk about presence and attention later. They're really the solution to all problems. But how or where problems come from is this clash between your direct experience of reality, which is always fine, even if it's intense, even if it's frustrating, even if it's upsetting, and then your expectations of how things should be. In a recent webinar I did on the 3 steps to radical stress relief, I also talked about 4 reasons why the world is like a mental hospital now. And one of those reasons is because people think that their life, you think that your life is supposed to go a certain way, and then when it doesn't go that way, you get all upset and think, why me? And getting all frustrated by the fact that it's not going the way you think it should go. But what's fascinating is most people never question the idea that life life should go a certain way. Life shouldn't go any certain way. It'll go the way it goes. And that's always amazing. That's always beautiful. You can look around, you can listen, tune into your senses, and then really embrace whatever it is that's happening by virtue of the fact that it's happening. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, just to be able to experience anything at all means you're alive, means you're breathing, and means you can tune into the beauty and the joy and the amazing fact of just being alive. So once you tune into that, the thing you call a problem can be brought down into scale, brought down into perspective, and you can eradicate all problems in your life by simply embracing what is, embracing what's actually happening. That's where you can deal with things, the only place you can deal with things, instead of living in the mind full of shoulds, full of ought to be's, full of if onlys. If only things went this way, then I would do what I really want to do. So instead, you can embrace what's actually going on. It's going to bring you back to being present to what's actually happening, and then that's where you have some amount of control, some amount of ability to discern what you would actually like to do, and then use the resources that are all around you and the opportunities that are all around you to do what it is you want to accomplish. The reason you all keep creating problems is mainly just a habit. It's a force of interpretation that you've learned from your parents and from teachers and from everyone else around you. You've learned how to, and hello Jessica, hello Annie, hello everybody who's watching. And so you've learned how to create problems out of your direct experience. Now, had you grown up learning to embrace what's actually happening and then to move forward toward what you'd like to accomplish from that space where you actually are, where you are there directly experiencing it, then you wouldn't have any problems. You'd be living a problem-free life. Now, here's an example to illustrate that. If you think about a mountain climber, someone who's going to go climb Mount Denali, for example, that person is going to run into a shitload of challenges on the way up that mountain. One example could be, every moment is a challenge in some of those circumstances, but they're beautiful and fun as well. But as you're climbing up, you sleep in a snow cave usually, so you dig down and then over into the snow, and you dig the snow cave in a certain way to keep airflow going and to keep the temperature actually below freezing so the thing doesn't melt and get all your stuff wet. So then you sleep in the snow cave, and in the middle of the night maybe there's a storm and an avalanche tumbles down and buries you inside the cave. Now again, that's not a problem, it's just a situation. So the mountaineer then wakes up and sees, oh fuck, we're buried in this thing. And in order to continue breathing and continue the adventure up the mountain, they have to dig out of that avalanche. So they'll just wake up, deal with the situation as it is, and not just sit there going, oh man, well, if only there wasn't an avalanche, we would have made it up that mountain. We wouldn't have died here. But instead they just dig out and dig and dig and dig and dig and dig, find their packs, find all their stuff, their gear, dig out of the avalanche and keep going up the mountain. So if you see life as an endless adventure, which it really is, then you know the solution to every single problem you could ever have is to stop making problems in the first place by embracing everything that is, embracing what's actually going on in your life. Dig yourself out of whatever avalanches you end up in, and then keep heading up the mountain. So that's the long and short about problems. It's really possible to have a problem-free life, and when things don't go your way, just remember, life isn't supposed to go your way. Life goes its way. And what you can do is become a person who aligns with life by aligning yourself with what's actually happening, being okay with that, and then digging yourself out of whatever avalanches happen to come your way. And seeing it as a grand adventure, your whole life as an endless adventure, where there's going to be challenges, but those are surprises. Those are beautiful surprises that bring you skills and opportunities that you would never seek out on your own, and you help you develop talents and habits that you would never develop on your own. So give it a try, examine your own life, look at the problems you create, listen to the people around you and how they talk about problems, and you'll see what I'm saying is true. All problems are created in your mind, and they are a clash between what's actually happening and then the way you think things should be. So have fun out there. Hope you enjoy. Beautiful sunset here, and I'll be back again very soon. I'm going to keep coming back with more of these. I got a whole list of more videos to make for you, and each of these includes a little piece of the puzzle, hopefully some entertaining and fun times. And if you enjoy it, please comment, like, share with friends, share with enemies, and share with family. And also I wanted to mention one quick thing before I go. If you want to really dig deep and learn how to have and enjoy the problem-free life, come out to England this August. I'm going to be doing basically a long, intensive workshop. It's going to be 2 weekends, August 16th through 18th, and then August 23rd through 25th. And then the week between, people who are going to both weekends are going to stay in a group house in the Forest of Dean, very near Wales, near the River Wye, River Severn. Beautiful areas. So we're going to do a bunch of adventures during that week between, share meals, go on hikes, and a bunch of secret adventures I'm not going to tell you about yet. And then on the weekends, it's Radical Undoing intensive experiences, a lot of art, a lot of creativity, a lot of Radical Undoing body work experiences, breathing, and then a whole bunch of other stuff, again, that I'm not going to tell you about, but I think you'll find extremely delightful, empowering, and enjoyable. So it's going to be amazing, it's going to be entertaining, it's going to be fun. That's going to be in England in August 16th through 18th, and then 23rd through 25th, plus that week between. So if you want to come to that, you can leave a comment, you can message me, and I'll also put the link down here in the comments. So there you have it, folks. Stop creating problems, enjoy the problem-free life, share it with your friends, and don't suffer other people's comments, let them suffer instead. All right, have fun.